Hi, I'm Chrissy from CK Designs, and thank you so much for joining me today. This is my very first YouTube tutorial, and today we're going to do this pretty little boat wreath, and let's head on over to my desk and start working on it.
Okay, roll them.
Okay, let's start the wreath. Let me show you the supplies that I use. This is my Fisker's cutter, and then of course the beach sign. And then this is a Dollar Tree wreath form, and I painted it white. Now this ribbon I got from Joann's, and of course this ribbon is from Dollar Tree, and this ribbon is from Dollar Tree, so I only got one or two of those. Then I got 6 rolls of this deco mesh. It's more of a red, white, and blue striped. And then I also have chenille stems. Cut them in half, okay? And then you're gonna cut your deco mesh 22 inches. And what I've already done is I've already cut the deco mesh. And I already cut all 6 rolls, but I'm gonna show you how I make the pretty flowers, which is like this. Okay. All right, so let's push this aside. All right, and then what I also have is little clothespins that will hold the deco mesh. Okay, let's pull this aside. Then I use my cutter to hold it down, and then you're going to fold it over about 1 inch, fold it over another time. Then you're going to take your clothespin, then you're going to turn it around, and I believe this is called the ruffle method. Okay, then the next side, you're going to fold it over again about 1 inch, fold it over again, and then I like to press it to make sure it's nice and flat. And then I take another clothespin and let it flatten down a little bit. Then I take the clothespin off, and then this is when you make the flower. You scrunch it all the way to the next side, right in the middle, until you get to the clothespin. And I take the clothespin off, and then you have a cute little flower like this. The next step is you're going to take the chenille stem, fold it in half. Now I recommend that you do it ahead of time. All right. And I pull it through just like that. Then I'm going to grab my hand and pull it up and pinch it. And then I'm going to twist it 3 times. Okay, now we're going to do another one. But before I do that, I'm going to fold the rest of these chenille stems in half to make it easier so I can do the flowers. All right, I really appreciate everyone joining me the first time on my YouTube channel. I'm so excited I'm here. I love to create wreaths, and I make wreaths, and I make coasters, and I also make mailbox flags. Okay. Let's make another one. So I'm only going to do 8, so you have an idea of how these flowers, how this technique works. Okay, so I folded it over 1 inch, folded it over again, then I put a clothespin on it. Then I turn it around. Let's put the cutter there. Then I'm going to fold it over 1 inch, fold it over again, press it down to make sure it's flattened. Then I take clothespin to kind of flatten it down again. I find that when you put the clothespin on again, it kind of makes it a bit more easier to scrunch. All right. All the way up to the clothespin. Then you're going to take your chenille stem open side out, pull it through, and you take your hand, pinch, twist 3 times, and there's your little flower. And I'm going to put that aside. All right, so that was 2. And here is 3. And I'm going to do one more after this, just so you have an idea. And then I'm going to finish up the last ones. And then we'll start assembling the wreath. All right, let's pull that there. All right. All right, we're going to scrunch up again. You're just gathering and scrunging. All right. There. Here you go. Grab a chenille stem. Oopsie. And through. Scrunch. Tighten. And twist. All right, I'm going to do one more, and then I'll show you how to assemble the wreath. All right, we're going to do just one more. So here's fold up an inch, fold up an inch one more time, put the clothespin on, turn it around, use the cutters as a weight. Then the next side, I'm folding over an inch, folding over an inch, then I'm flattening it a little bit. I'll take a clothespin and flatten for a second. All right, now I'm going to gather and scrunch all the way up to the next clothespin. There we go. Okay, take it off, which it's stuck. That chenille stem. Pull it through. There. And twist. Okay, I'll see you in a minute and we'll start assembling the wreath. Okay, well the next part is we made all the cute little flowers. And if you notice on the wreath form, there is 6 sections, and what you want to do is put 8 of these flowers in each section. So I'm going to show you how I do the first section, and then we will fast forward. Anyway, okay, so what we will do is alternate bars. So this is the first bar, this is the second, this is the third, and this is the fourth. And what you're going to do is alternate flowers from the second to the third, second to the third. Okay, so I'm going to start with the second bar. And you're just going to twist it. I do 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now we're going to do the third bar. So this is the third bar. Whoopsie. These like to get stuck. And here it is in the back. We're going to twist it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. All right, then back to the second bar. And don't worry if it looks a little crazy in the beginning or if the bars are showing, because once you get all the flowers on, it's going to be very full and very pretty. Okay, so that was the second bar. Now I'm going to do, oopsie, now it's on my shirt. Yeah, another thing is with deco mesh, I don't recommend that you wear a sweater when you're working with deco mesh, because deco mesh will definitely ruin your sweater. I've learned that the hard way. Okay. All right, so I've done the third bar. Now I'm going back down to the second bar. And if you double up on one, don't worry about it. it all works out in the long run. It's a very easy wreath and very forgiving. So I just did the second bar. Now I'll do the third bar. And I always do 8 in one section. Okay? So I have the last 2. So I've done third. So I'm going to do oopsie, this guy just doesn't want to get through. All right. And of course you can see my pretty nails. Kind of got a little messed up. Let's get on my shirt. Okay. All right, now here's the last flower for this section. And now I'm going to turn it around. Let's do that. Now once this whole thing is full, it's going to be extremely full and pretty. And it'll almost look like waves since we're doing a boat. Okay, all right, now we're going to start the second section. I'm only going to do one just so you understand again. So we're doing 8 of in each section. So I'm going to start with the second bar again. All right. Okay, now we're going to come back and you'll see the entire wreath. Okay, we're back. I put all the deco mesh on the wreath form, and as you can see, whoopsie, you can't see the wreath form. Of course, I painted it white, so of course not. Okay, now we're going to scroll down to the sign. And what I did was I always keep the backings of the spools from the ribbon. And I took chenille stems and I glued them and then placed these little spool ends on top. It's nice and secure, so I can put it on the wreath. Okay, and here we're just going to look around. I think I like it here because I'm going to put a bow up here. All right, so I think I'm going to attach it, of course, to probably the middle bars. All right, let's take this. All right. Of course, you can't see the chenille stem. Let's move this here. All right, I'm going to take this down and put it on the back. All right, let's get this a little tight. And also, if you notice, each deco mesh flower, I twisted all of the chenille stems and then folded them over so it won't hurt your door. And I'm going to do the same thing with this. So I'll just do this real quick. Or actually, what I'm going to do is cut it. Make life easier. There. Twist it and fold it over. All right, now the next one. Let's see. I think I'm going to put it through this one. Let's get this through. What I'm doing is the second and the third bars that I'm attaching the sign to. Now, if you're concerned that the chenille stem is gonna show, you could just put a few of the deco mesh ribbon around it. Okay, now I'm gonna cut this. There, twist, and then fold over, and then here's the last one. Okay, I think I'll put you through. Let's see which one. I think I'm going to go with the last two. This one. Okay, I'm going to twist that. tight. I'm going to cut off, twist some more, and I'm going to fold it over. Okay, so let's look on the wreath, and here it looks pretty good. All right, you can fluff it out. Okay, now we're going to leave that there. The next thing we're going to do is make the bow. Okay, now of course I have this striped ribbon that actually matches the deco mesh, and then I have the burlap that'll match the boat. I'm going to cut each ribbon at 12 inches. I'm going to do probably 3 to 4. We'll see how it goes. So I'm going to do 12. I really like this striped. It's nice for summertime. Okay. And it doesn't have to be exact. Now, the next part is dovetailing the ends. I always dovetail my ends. So you fold it in half, and you cut up. So there you go. It's not perfect. I'll do it again. That's how life is sometimes. Let's do it over. There we go. Okay, the other end. Fold it in half. Dovetail. Nope, didn't do it right. I'm going too fast. Okay, that's good. All right, now we'll come back and I'll have all of the ribbons cut at 12 inches and dovetailed, and I'll show you how to make the bow. All right, okay, I have all of the ribbon cut. They're at 12 inches each, and I have 4 of each ribbon. All right, and I'm going to start, and I call this the messy bow. All right, so I'm going to crisscross. First, I'm going to take the burlap, then the striped. Actually, I like to do it this way. There. And then I'm going to crisscross. Burlap, striped, and nautical. Now I'm crossing again. Burlap, striped, and nautical. And last one. See, this is backwards. Burlap, striped, and nautical. Okay, now this is the fun part. You take a zip tie, and make sure it's more like an X. And I'm going to scrunch this all the way to the top. I'm going to take a zip tie and zip it to the back. All right. Let's see. A little slow. Then I'm going to take a chenille stem and pull it through so you can attach it to the wreath. Hello. All right. All right. Let's get it nice and tight. All right. Now I'm going to take my wire cutters and cut the zip tie. All right. And there you have your messy bow. All right. And we're just going to there we go. It's a quick and simple, and I call it a messy bow. No idea what anybody else calls it, but that's what I call it. Okay. All right. Now, what I like to do in the middle is I think I'm gonna put, no, I kind of like, where's the other ribbon? Off. Okay, I'm back. I'm gonna, in the middle, I am going to just fold this burlap make it a little smaller. Fold it over a few times, and I probably cut it about 5 inches. And then I'm gonna scrunch it. And I'm gonna put it on the back. You can either tie it, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna glue it. So let's glue the back. My protector. Let's put this over here. Let that dry. All right, let's cut this. There. Let's make this nice and tight. All right. Now I'm going to glue again. Take that part and cover. I usually wait about 30 seconds. Okay. Now I'm gonna cut that part. There. And make sure it's glued again. There. Ow, oopsie. I just burned myself. Ooh. Okay. Big time. Okay. Now your bow is done. Okay, now what we're going to do is attach it. And I'm going to stand up and do it so you can see. Take my protector off. There we go. Stand up. Let's see. I think I will. There's a middle bar. I'm going to attach it to the middle bar. Back here. And attach. And like before, I'm going to twist it, and I like to make it nice and tight. And you can pull it through. 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to take my scissors and cut it up like so. Twist it, fold it over. Okay, let's put it back on here, and let's just fix all these ribbon. Make sure it's right in the top, and I think it's looking pretty good. And there is the first wreath that I made for you on my YouTube channel. All right. So, thank you again for joining me today on my very first YouTube tutorial. Don't forget to subscribe and enjoy the boat, and blessings.